What is up, people of cyberspace? I'm Stefan Allen. Welcome back to another episode of Thebrozone. This episode is going to be a bit different in a kind of weird type of way, I guess. So yeah, we're having a podcast, basically. This is just a small snippet of the podcast itself, and you can get the full, long, lengthy 1 hour, I guess, audio. If you go over to the podcast, link will be down in the description to go and listen to that. But you'll get a good chunk or a fair amount of what was said, the highlights basically. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Yeah, and I feel, you know what, funny you mentioned that today, like, for me, I just wasn't emotionally prepared when it came to adulthood, like, at all. I was not
Ready. Like one trucker forward and on the stop like, wait, what?
You see that? We see that coming up, but we can't process it.
It does get class.
Run me over and come. Yeah, man, I wasn't emotionally prepared for it because it's like, alright, you see, people can preach to you left, right, and center. Yeah, man, study, do this, do that, do that. At the time, though, you can't really, you don't get enough, you don't get enough of an image of what it looks like or what use or, you don't really get the type of preaching or somebody talking to you saying, this is why I need to learn. Right.
Yeah. Well, like you mean like see the incentive? Like,
I didn't see the benefit. I just felt like you're tormenting my mind, right? And eventually, like
taxpayers
taxpayers. So when the age reached me now and I'm like 19 or so, I realized that okay, I'm a man now. It took a while for that to resonate. I look in the mirror and I still see somebody who's in high school.
It resonated?
Yeah.
What did you just say?
No, but
I know.
It's like you know, but you don't know.
You don't know. And you don't know which part is at the transition stage. But like, should I start taking responsibility now or later? And then you look at it, you see other people your age. You see, this is why social media, me and social media, are friend, but we're enemy at the same time.
Yeah.
Because you look at other people at 20, 21, 22 by the way, and then you look at how they're making millions, drive Lamborghini, and them successful,
A
them
good
famous.
example is
And then
probably lame.
And then they're like me, like, so hold on, what am I do with my life?
Like, honestly.
There, I struggle. I wonder, is it that late bloomer? Is it that make some wrong decisions?
No,
everybody's
I think
journey.
social media, what they show, they don't show the mistakes or the corrections. They show the finished product. They show when you get everything right. That's what social media is about.
Perfect angle, and that is a very
because
smart
probably lame,
percentage.
that guy who just does this on Instagram.
Yeah, we know. Of course, everybody.
Right, everybody knows him at this point, but not everybody knows that he used to work as a janitor at one point. He used to do like mechanic work, repair work. He used to like he did a lot of other stuff and got kicked out of a lot of places. Like he couldn't pay rent for a while. All them things there until I must have a Twitter account. I'm saying, how can I reach everybody? I'm saying, you can do it by not talking. I'm saying, because when you don't talk, there's no language barrier. Like, there's nobody to like say, okay, I don't understand English, I don't understand Spanish. Like, he just doesn't talk.
Funny enough, I haven't heard his voice.
Yeah, that too. Most persons haven't even heard his voice.
I don't even know him song.
I mean, I've heard it, but like.
Yeah, don't spoil me. Ruin it.
But trust me, like, it's probably. But they don't hear. Like, it's funny if they don't even know him voice.
It's funny, yes.
Like, and all he does is.
But like makes millions
Funny
without
Like,
saying
it's very
a word.
relatable.
Yeah.
Like, every video is very relatable because he basically simplifies everything that is overcomplicated. So, someone drops a key and then they invent this thing to pick up the key when you can just like reach under the table and pick up the key yourself. And it was
Like what?
and what's funny about it, he makes a shop online where you can buy a lot of these ridiculous stuff. So it's
Merch.
that's the irony of the whole thing. So he's really smart when it comes to that.
I know, when you said overcomplicated, that triggered something in my mind. I realized, I really overcomplicated what I mean, like adulthood. Like I overcomplicated it.
Trust me.
In my mind, I'm just supposed to be like, ready.
Yes, I know everything.
You should know everything and be prepared for everything and be
It's
organized.
supposed to be all perfect. And
Yeah.
know the universe.
Yeah. legit. I would reach you like,
Oh, so this
this is it?
so it's basically money. You need money.
I need money.
Yeah, you need money.
I need friends.
I need friends. I guess I need friends because I need.
So
to be
basically,
social.
Social, yeah.
So basically, you need everything that you normally need as a child, but the only thing is that you need to know get those things on your own.
Perfect. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
I guess that's it.
Yeah. Thank you much for watching.
I mean, but yeah, I mean,
And the thing is, with the different countries, there are different barriers to when you become an adult. Like when you can drink alcohol. I think 21 is it's in the US.
Yes,
But
yeah,
here,
yes.
when you're 18, you can
18,
drink.
yeah.
All of
Some
places.
people like having 16.
Yeah, and certain religions, you become of age. I don't know, 15. I don't know if I knew.
15 or 12 or so.
12.
Yeah,
So
probably.
thinking about it, you're like,
don't forget about the arranged marriages them and them stuff.
even that, because looking at it from that perspective, from all the way down at 12, if you're going to use 12, you're supposed to be a man, and you're already of age. So think about me when I was even 16 or on up and down same way, and I never cared of the world. So things like that you have to really look on and say, oh, what did it actually guide the people and guide the youth? What they really did, if say, this is when you reach a stage now, and this is when you're supposed to start take things like a bit serious. Start focus more on like saying where you want to become in a life. Yeah. All those hard, disgusting questions we don't like to think about. But it's a necessary evil, I guess.
And you also have to figure out like what are you supposed to do that's unique to you.
Yeah.
You get me? Cause I feel like one thing I had an issue with when it came to life was like I feel like everybody is supposed to move this linear way.
Yeah.
And
one path,
and then when that path is complete, now you're like a fish out of water, you don't know what you do after that, you know? So, versus if someone detected something in you and groomed you in that direction, you know? Sometimes I wonder if it would have been better to just have like specialized schools.
I believe
Yes,
that
I mean,
100%.
Specialized school, like, oh, this person is gifted in math. Make a math school and then, divert to different things that involve math.
Have you seen the math grade? Like, have you seen the new results?
It's less than 50%, so we don't talk about that.
And that's a good point though, because as you were talking about, like, if people have specialized roles, I have been lobbying forever that math be separated into different areas. So you have people who like algebra, let them do algebra. I personally, I like trigonometry. I hate everything else after.
Yeah.
Like after that, but because I'm studying architecture, I love angles and trigonometry, and I can do that and enjoy it. Things like calculus, like I will burn down the whole school.
But I think you just need to learn the basics first.
The basics,
and then you can just,
right? So
because the basics necessary, compulsory.
You look at indices and addition and subtraction, and then probably some basic algebra like finding x and y. But
instead of be like, oh, we're going to do logarithms today.
Yeah, I hate this. You feel so insecure in yourself because you feel it. Because it's just
me.
And everything else that you actually do enjoy, you're getting hundreds, you're getting 90s.
Right, but that one little maths exam make you feel like you get dunks.
Yeah.
Even though you excel in technical drawing and literature, all them things.
Yeah,
but it's like
that's why that one saying, I don't know which famous person said it, but it was like, why would you test a fish how to climb a tree? Exactly. And then you're like, oh, you can't test the fish because it's living in the ocean. And it makes sense. But then I say, so why are you going to try every single child to do the same exact thing? That don't mean everybody is the same exact person, the same exact thing. And you said something about the linear path. It's basically you're born, go to school for around 18 years. Then after that, you get a family. You make more. Then you send them to school for the next 18 years, then you die, and then the cycle continues.
Well,
and like, and this was this funny.
Well, maybe
there was one second. There was this funny video like that. This guy was saying that the entire world is in a box, and they dare ask us to come outside of the box because first of all, you were born, you came out of a box. Then you go into another box, which is the crib, and you're supposed to leave that box and confined. Then you go to another box, you go to school. Then you need to go to another bigger box, university, just so you can own another box, which is a house. And then you want to move around, so you buy another box, which is a car. And then just so you can put another box in another. Man.
So basically we're all minds.
And then they have the audacity to say, think outside the box. That video was crazy.
I was always a fan of thinking deeper inside the box,
Deeper inside the box.
Atomic level. But it's crazy you said that though, so maybe that's why, because of this funnel-minded society, they put in all of us on one starting part, or one starting path. Maybe that's why, as adolescents are going through puberty, nobody really knows what to do because we don't really get a chance to do it.
I even explore to see
Yeah.
what
Because
can
we're either in school or on the road trying to survive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I've learned about this culture called the Maasai tribe, and they're young men from an early age. You know, they go out and they hunt and all these things, and they don't even see like the females until a certain ceremony. But I think for them,
That's great.
no, it's crazy. But when they do meet the females in the man, they meet them in a
What does that mean?
they can look up the ceremony like look it up
This is
online.
rated G
But
for general family.
But yeah.
In general.
I mean, it's not anything crazy, but like they have a ceremony where they come together and they say who is the highest jumper and those things. Like, it's a very unusual ceremony, but you know it's a part of their culture, and I think culture has a lot to do with how fast we mature.
Yo.
You know, because in Jamaica,
Oh no.
trust me, like from your start talk, you mature. Enough for them, enough for them mind. Okay, say little pitney, I say yo, we are talking about them things about going the most way. Like I saw a video with some children on the bus
I think
singing this popular song.
Oh no.
You know, this popular dancehall song. I'm like, they know the song word for word, but ask them what's the capital of Kingston.
Yeah.
You have to think hard about it.
I can answer that.
You know, so I think if we could have, I don't know. I guess it's what interests them.
I think it's definitely the culture for real, that makes it so hard because everybody has a particular mindset. It's going to get passed on more and more and more, and it's going to be very hard for anyone to think differently or to think further ahead. And if you're being raised by someone who is like not as what we call it now, kind of disciplined a particular way,
Yeah.
then you won't end up that way. You won't be able to grow with that disciplined culture thing in you, So I know like generally how people are raised can really determine how things work out for you in life, how you're even established as a person.
Yeah.
And for me to transition to some, there's only so much I can be taught by my parent, and that's not their fault. There's only so much I can be taught. Other things I'll have to learn on my own.
yeah.
So just the whole learning process on your own can be a bit trifling, but at the end of the day, it's still learning on your own still kind of builds individuality, and it also builds you as a person. You get me?
Yeah, it does.
So,
True.
I mean, to deal with we can't really do much about the culture, but at the end of the day, if somebody can just intervene, because anybody can help you to grow, anybody can help you to grow. Somebody can intervene and show you a different path to being a man or to being a woman or whatever. It would be really beneficial for you. It would be really beneficial for you. So
I'm thinking maybe we need to focus more on the parenting and guidance side of things.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because we definitely can't change the culture.
Can't change society at all.
Right.
Can't change social media.
Like it done gone already.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but
we as parents and guardians can change what we expose the children to, what we talk to them about, and how we allow them to communicate. Because if I thought parents, and I'll be honest, like the pitney should not be seen or heard. And they don't really get a chance to express their voice and support. But I believe that as well, parents, I'm not a parent, but as parents we need to give the children a chance to talk and express their feelings and so forth. Not saying if you make them bright with you, because box down and thing. But let them talk and hear them out. Obviously, and see when it must make sense.
Yeah.
Instead of just telling them not to talk completely. Because I saw this post online where this little girl was throwing a tantrum, she was crying and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
And I think her mother bought something for her now. She was flinging it down and crying. Her mother was about to slap her, but her mother said hold on, let me see. Why is she behaving like this?
Yes, why?
Why? And the mother is like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And the kid well, she was still crying, but she was saying like, okay, I want to pick the paper. And I'm like, okay, she get the paper and she get her pen. And the child drew, because the child, basically she never know how to put in words, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure the vocabulary.
Right, so I think she was like 5 or 6, so she drew like her mother and her father, and like them arguing basically, and she gave after her and she's like, okay.
So this is the problem.
This is the problem. So basically her child could not understand why her mother and her father broke up. And it has been bothering her for like,
and she don't
for like
know how to
months.
process it.
Yeah, she don't.
Right, so basically any gift what she get just could not feel that void in her. So she just, that was causing tantrum. And then the mother basically had to sit her down and explain to her. And in that, she never really threw a tantrum after that, because now she understood, like, she didn't like it, but now she understood what exactly was going on. Right? And I think after that now, they made an effort to meet with their child more. So like, both of them in the same place with their child, because now they understand. You know, and I think that has helped that child to mature.
Yeah.
Just that small experience has helped that child to mature. Because otherwise, you know, you think that, oh, this fitness spoiled.
Yeah.
You know, them ball, oh, they get the best things, them a ball and them don't want this and,
Right.
you know, but very truly them just want like
There's something else
to
that might
express
be there.
themselves. Yeah, there's something
So
else.
basically, the tip that we're giving to the parents for the whole transition thing, I just try to listen and be understanding.
Yeah.
Listen, be understanding, and you were a child once, you were a teen once, you had experiences you wanted to go. So yeah, but I would like to know, what would you say to your teen self?
Boy.
Youth?
You today tell your past self, like, you know, what you plan to tell him? For go through it, tips on how to, you know, survive or whatever we know now, we wish you know back then.
I would tell him, don't run away from challenges. You know, don't run away from challenges, because they could actually help to build you and move you forward. And the pain that you feel whenever you're doing anything at all is only temporary. When you as you go further along, you'll get used to it. So I feel like if there were a lot of things that the old me had actually fought through, I'd be very further along than I am now. So I think that's definitely something I'll tell my past self.
And that's great. No me afraid. Anything else?
Yeah, put it on the spot.
So hot seat.
Should I tell you, say, oh, this is the girl thing? Girl thing. It is not as glamorous as it looks.
Trust me,
Focus on
it is
yourself, king.
Focus on yourself.
Focus on yourself.
Alright? Until the ripe age. Once you have everything sorted out, you can go along. But for now, it's going to mess you up emotionally. You just don't do it, bro.
Don't do it.
Don't do it, bro.
So what your job?
I mean, well, the first thing I would tell myself is to observe more. Observe people, observe your surroundings. And you can learn a lot from just watching how people behave. Like, you will learn how your friends are. Because your friends aren't just to be determined by how they treat you, you know. Watch how your friends treat other people. And then
That's true.
you'll see if they're really good friends. Because people can put on this facade or this fake face around you and treat you nice, and then them say, man on the road and things don't fine. Like, that's not the friend that you want.
Nah, sir.
Or they might call you and say, yo, you want a drink of water and so forth. You know, when you come over and thing, but you know, them mother I beg them for carrying the groceries and all them, you know, them fan around and thing like, no. You know, so you don't want anybody that's like a hypocrite, because it might start to rub off on you. And also, I'll tell him to learn to say no more. You know, not in an offensive way, but you see, the more things you say yes to, and the more person's priorities you take on as yours, you realize that you don't really have much time to do what you want to do. So your whole life is based around doing this for that person, and by this time. You know, and mind you, most of these things that I used to say yes to back in the days, I gained nothing from it. Like the other person gained everything from it, but I gained nothing.
And not that you're gonna do things to just gain something from it.
You know?
But yeah.
You know, so you can say no more often. Like, and when you do say yes for a good reason.
Yeah.
Say yes because you genuinely want to help this person and they need the help. You can say yes because, okay, in doing this, you will learn this new skill as well. I'm not saying that you should be selfish, but a lot of the times we say yes too often. And that led to me being overworked a lot of the time. And
Yeah, it stretches you out.
you know, I am there laying on my bed like tired. I'm saying like these person are going to sleep like comfortable and not
Yes.
tired. And I'm here with bags under my eyes because I'm staying up doing
Wake
this.
up with the sun.
In a teen life, they must stress you.
Trust me. It's even before I reach adulthood. You know, I've just been doing a lot because I'm very helpful. You know, they're like, "Oh, Johnny, you can do this for me." And I say, "Yeah, man." And then after that, so you start this person, and then the two deadlines are coming together close, and I don't know which one to do first. And it start causing me stress. And like, if I said no to one of them, then I'd have one thing to focus on.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, so yes, I learned to say no more. I mean, that's what I would say. But what about you, Stefan? What do you tell your younger self?
Kind of contradicting me. I tell my younger self still. I look upon me like, what do you mean? But I would say, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't just focus on one thing. Be more diverse, because you know I believe I'm very talented. I believe that all of us have different skills. We have more than one skills and we have more than one interests.
Yeah.
But I only focused on one set of skills or one path, and that limited all of my options further on when I went full in, and then that one plan didn't work out for me. So have more than one options, so you're able to actually choose different routes, different paths, so you won't be stuck in a box per se. And also be way more focused on what you want. Think about what you want and think about what makes you happy as a person, because that in turn can affect the rest of your life. That's why they say that from grade 9 go straight up, because at that point you choose subjects, you pick which subjects you want to do, what you plan to do in the future, what's your career path and stuff like that. So if you don't even choose correctly at that point, you just do it because maybe your mother wants it. Mother wants you to be a doctor, so you go to art sciences. Or your father wants to be the engineer. But really and truly, you really want to be a chef. So you're supposed to go in a foods or whatever it is. Because it ends up that maybe even if you pass, because majority of the time if you don't like something and you're not passionate about something, you're not going to pass it. So even if you do pass and you go through that struggle, because it's hard if you don't have the passion for it. And then you move through all of that, just to reach at the end that you don't even want to work in the field, or if you do even go working in the field, you're stuck. Because you don't want a job where you hate. You do something where you hate. If you wake up every morning doing something you don't like, and you would never be happy. Because
It cut on your lifespan.
exactly.
Yeah,
So that's what I would tell my younger self.
Oh, hold on.
Any final thoughts?
Yes, I would also tell my younger self, do not take up architecture. You know, where is it? You're going to lose sleep. You're going to look for your life and wonder why you're doing your life. But, you know, you have to really love it if you're going to take it up. You know, you have to really love it. So, yeah.
Any other final thoughts?
Well, my final thoughts would be just, you know, don't overthink being an adult. It's really just you growing up, you know. The only thing that you need to focus on is what's important to you. Financial situation, if you sort it out. You want to get something, you'll have to work for it. You know, you're no longer going to get treated the same way as you were when you were a teen. You're going to be treated way different as an adult. So, you know, you do have to grow up in a lot of areas, just be disciplined and everything like that. But it's going to be worth it once you get to the end of it. So, yeah, that's my final thoughts.
Yeah, and no one is perfect. So wherever you are now in your life and in your stages going through whatever transition you're going through, it's not perfect. You're not going to be perfect. It'll go ugly. Not gonna look good all the time, but you just have to push through it. Just like this channel for one. It's not gonna be beautiful all the while.
Beautiful.
Right now we're probably well self-conscious but we'll look on the camera.
That's correct.
I know, so
Yep.
but we're gonna just do it. We're just gonna punch fear in the face.
Yep.
And we're just gonna do it and just push through. Because eventually the most you can do is grow. And on that note, thank you very much for watching. Well, that was an interesting conversation. If you made it this far, congratulations, you get nothing. But you got the information, of course, and I'm pretty sure that you can take away some knowledge. If even one person got some value from this, that would be good. And if you did get value, hit the like button. But if you don't like the video, you can still like the video if you want them stats. And until next time, take care.